Hello, my name is Lucy Watts MBE and I'm 25 years old. I have a rare life-limiting illness which has caused complex medical needs, including multiple organ failure and many other physical and medical conditions. I have known I was going to die prematurely since I was 17. This is when the palliative care team and the hospice came on board, and it was then that I did my first advanced care plan. An advanced care plan is all about writing down your end of life wishes and your life wishes really. It's about living in life as well as end of life. And it's about putting that down, having conversations and putting that down in a plan. And so for me, when I was 17, we did my first advanced care plan. At this time we just did preferred priorities of care rather than a DNA CPR or an advanced decision, because it didn't just feel right for me at the time. So I did my first preferred priorities of care when I was 17, and that documented my wishes for where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and how I wanted to be cared for. Over the years, my condition has changed a lot. I've deteriorated a lot. I've exceeded every prognosis given to me. I shouldn't have reached my 18th birthday. I then shouldn't have reached 23, and I'm now 25. I've survived a lot longer than most people would have expected me to. And I've survived sepsis 14 times as well, so that's even more reason that I really shouldn't be here. And over the last 8 years since I did my first advanced care plan, things have changed a lot. I think I was quite naive at 17 that yes, I want CPR, no, I don't want to ever refuse treatment, because it didn't feel right at the time. And obviously I was newly diagnosed as palliative at the time as well, but over the years my needs have changed, my wishes have changed. We've updated my advanced care plan a few times, and we're doing it again at the moment, so we're updating it again at the moment, and it's really important to me that my wishes are all down, and when I wouldn't want treatment it's not given, when I would want treatment it is given. So we're updating my preferred priorities of care. I'm also writing my advanced decision, and I'm considering doing DNA CPR, so do not attempt CPR, but somehow it just feels like giving up on myself, but I know in the next couple of months I definitely will end up doing it. The other thing I have is a lasting power of attorney, whereby my mum can make decisions on my behalf if I ever lacked capacity to do so for myself. And as a backup, my sister is a backup lasting power of attorney, so that if ever anything happened to mum, as it did in 2015 when she was unable to advocate for me, my sister can step in and make those decisions. My advanced decision is very much limited to if I lacked capacity to make decisions for myself and I was persistently in a persistent vegetative state or minimally conscious for more than 6 weeks and actually had no chance of surviving, and thus I was not able to be autonomous and communicate with those around me, then I would want my TPN and intravenous fluids removed. So I'm on artificial nutrition, so I'd want that removed. I'd want no ventilation, no active treatment, no antibiotics, just palliative care, and let me slip away, but only in that circumstance. In any other circumstance I still want full care. And as I said, the DNA CPR is not in place yet, but the chances of me surviving CPR, let alone surviving CPR to the quality of life I am today, is almost nil. But it just somehow feels like giving up on myself. But my mentality is changing, so I know I will change eventually, but it's really important to me at the moment that CPR is still given until I feel ready to sign that form. And that is very selfish, because it wouldn't work for me, but I'm a multifactorial person, and that's just something that I feel I can't do. It is very much about making sure my wishes will always be followed. I want to live at home with my family. I want to die at home if I can, if not in a hospice, because I really don't want to die in hospital. I want to make sure I have my assistant's dog Molly around me, my family, my symptoms are managed, and that I can live well until the end. And then when the end comes, we can withdraw treatments and let me pass away naturally, comfortably, at home hopefully. But the reality is for me that with having so many infections in my body and having sepsis quite frequently, it's likely an infection will end my life prematurely, and I will not have the capacity to make that decision for myself. Hence why I've got a lasting power of attorney, so my mum can make those decisions. But I've also developed a best interest decision document that my mum could hand to my doctors and say, these are Lucy's wishes, this is what she's written down, can you help us make a decision? And they would know what was in my best interest based on my wishes and what I'd said. My advanced care plan is vital to me. I have a red bag, so a little red bag, time of the red bag scheme, which contains all my lasting power of attorney, my documents, my preferred priorities of care, to make it easy to just grab the bag and run. So my nurse can grab it, the paramedics can grab it, and all my documents are in one place to make sure my wishes are followed. Advanced care planning, everyone should do it. Everyone should write down what their wishes are for their life and end of life, especially when they wouldn't want to be kept alive. Advanced care plans It might be a difficult conversation, but they give me some control over something I have no control over. I can't control my death, I can't control my life very much, but actually I can control at what point I would want treatment and at what point I would want to say, stop, enough. And that's important to me. Thank you.